yeah, we are getting it again. This is quite exciting. Bam! Getting back into this. I haven't casted for so damn long. I casted iPlay yesterday. That was amazing. Did a little bit of that with Holitude. Big shout out to him. That was pretty fun. But let's see. This is all on the Oceanic server, by the way. Everyone going to be sitting at a delicious 33 to 50 ping. Okay, oh, sorry, just got a little bit distracted there. Aren't I just on the ball? Anyway, Udia, Maokai, Zach, Draven. This is interesting. Okay, so EXS, we're calling them Exodus, I think it is. They have banned out Udia and Maokai, two pretty core junglers for NZ Stealth. Now moonlighting as Jibbers, by the way, so that's going to be the jungler over there on VGR's side. But yeah, we do see Thresh going down as well. No Blitz just yet. Zach banned out from VGR on the EXS side, and Draven going down, which is surprising because the ADC they're using on VGR loves that Draven. They have swapped out with they had the brother sister support combo going at iPlay, but they've swapped out the support now and back Ricey. VGR stands for Wolf Goes Roar. That's what it stands for, Morton Short. There you go, buddy. And on Exodus' side, just checking out the bans again, Udia and Maokai completely targeted towards Jibbers. And yeah, Thresh is sort of up in the air. Their support can go anything, really. I don't know how experienced Ricey is in this. I can't remember if he main support before in light of any of this. I just really don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, what a name. Heaps of a name. It's from their leader, Wolf, or one of their players, Wolf, and Raw, another one of their old players, who came together and just decided to make a team, and that's how the whole core thing started. So it was Wolf Goes Raw, and they've stuck with it. They've stuck with it. Who knows if they're going to rename? They do have a sponsor, Giga Internet Cafe, but depending on how they do in the championship series for Oceania, maybe they'll change everything. Maybe they'll go through it. Who knows? Shadow instantly picking up the Morgana for his team going jungling. They're going to try and be a little bit stealthy. That means they may be a bit weaker in teamfights, but still that ultimate now is pretty devastating. And as long as she can get behind everyone, you can get pretty much screwed. Kailoy is thinking of going for the Janna. Is thinking of picking up the Janna support. Which is fairly interesting. I met up with Steven today. Not met up with him. I saw him today. And he was like, not sure about my Janna, but maybe they are trying for the Janna, because the ADC is just so well versed in how Janna works mechanically with her abilities. Ricey going down as the ADC early on. Maybe they did switch roles. He said he was going support, Mr. Ricey. Maybe Kylo was grabbing it for someone else. I can't tell. Maybe they lied to me. They tricked me. Jibba's definitely going for the jungle though. Icedeal AIDS, loving the name. Everybody name switching, by the way. So if you're watching these teams and you recognize the team names, yeah, this is an Oceanic server. They changed around. They want to screw with me. It's going to be interesting getting used to everyone's new names. They all signed up with their NA name accounts, so I don't know who's who right now. No idea. But it's interesting to see that jungle Eve again, especially after the nerf to the jungle. You can't be as quick. It's a bit more difficult to go for those wolves and raids early on. Twitch chat won't load on Firefox apparently, but Scania, you got it up now. Get it up and ready now. Now what's going on? Snowpuff. Team Snow, by the way. Snowpuff loves joining me in the commentator thing, the spectator slot. Team Snow OP. And there we go. Jim is actually thinking of picking up the Nocturne. Not going to go for that Lee Sin. Everybody's loving Lee Sin with a new ping. Very, very quick reactions. And yeah, that's the way to do it, Skynear. Running Chrome. You know it. This is very interesting. It looks like Blue Team is grabbing... Sorry, Exodus is grabbing all the junglers they can. EXS, Shadow with the Evelyn. What have you got? A support jungle? Sorry, a support, apparently a Mumu, unless he's going in mid-AP, who knows. IceGLA is most likely going mid-AP. Oh, sorry, well, he may not be going it himself. He may be swapping out with... Ooh, Facebook is making noises. Should probably shut that down. Just a little bit too popular. But yeah, maybe Fiddle support. Ooh, Mr. Blue Smoke is calling it Fiddle support. There you go, buddy. ADC going with Misfortune. They're a little bit of a squishy team. They're a one-hit wonder, AoE sort of all-in team there, and they're very, very heavy on AP. Maybe one drop is going to focus on AD at the top lane. Maybe going hybrid. I think I did see them before, and they mained hybrid at the beginning, and then delved more into AP later in the game. But they've got a lot of opportunities there with Zhonya's, with Pikachu and Scarecrow. Sorry, yeah, with Fiddles and Kennen. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yes, I am, Daka. Oh, come on, Daka. Come on, let's not do this again. Love you, buddy. But this is Oceanic Realm, by the way, Daka. So if we've all switched over, I'm no longer on NA. I do have an alt account now on North America, which is Snowy Padre NA, which actually turns out to, for everyone else to say, is Snowy Padrina. But yeah, that is a crazy amount of AoE coming out on Exodus. If they don't get that early game, or if they get magic resisted out, I mean, the VGR could easily just pick up a whole crap load of magic resist. Main out getting early Aegis of the Legion, and go for a bunch of Banshee's Veils and just isolate Exodus completely. They could just push them out by that alone, but it does depend how they build that Kennen. I'm very interested to see how this goes. Very, very interested. Oh, and they have a lot to react to over on VGR. They've got the speed and hard hitting of Snowpuff on that Kassadin, maybe swapping out for a different build. Sitting there as the hard hitter Nocturne, so they do have a bit of a hit and run kind of force at the beginning of the game, but they scale decently into late game. I feel like they're a little bit tankier, with Ribbon leading that charge. Come to think of it, potentially not. I mean, Amumu does tank up quite heavily, and it is going to be Amumu in the jungle. They're not going to put Eve in the jungle. Eve probably going to go mid on the green sky. Then it's going to be support Fiddles, ADC on explosive with the Misfortune. You know, if they get that one-hit combo off with, Bulwark, Miso Soup, I didn't mean Aegis. Well, early Aegis, not as early with the Bulwark, potentially. We'll see. What's up, Destro? How's it going? I don't know. To be honest, they're pretty safe, Exodus, in the early game. They've got that fear from Fiddles. You can get invisible with Eve, and she's got that speed up as well as the lightningness with Kennen. Let's see if they actually make Shadow a bit vulnerable. They have that opportunity to isolate him early in the game, isolate his jungle, take control of everything. Just maybe. And Misfortune, interesting pick, but of course they're aiming for that AoE dominance in the late game. So just wanting to farm up. Yes, this is on the Oceanic server, Destro Wood. This is all Oceanic. Everybody here has transferred. This is all Oceanic server. So you guys are going to be seeing some 33 ping mayhem right here. Some people are still having problems with ping, apparently. It's been very interesting. I watched the first tournament on the Oceanic Realm 2 days ago at iPlay. It was very, very intense seeing everybody move that fast. And I've said it 1,000 times. I'm going to say it again. Flash scares the crap out of me at how quickly it works. It's freaky. It scares me. Let me put the mic down a bit. I think I'm saying P too much. Peh. You can flash mid stun now. Very good, Destro Wood. Heaps broken. Anyway, yeah, in terms of teamfight dynamics, we've looked at it. You know, AoE dominance coming out from Exodus, but it's a one-hit wonder. If they manage to avoid that, which they have the potential to do. Look, if Karloi manages to grab something that protects her or flashes in and throws out the Monsoon, a lot of those ultimates are going to be useless. They really will be, especially Fiddles if he gets thrown away. I'm guessing Kennen and Fiddles will probably pick up Azonius later in the game, and they can just jump in and do whatever the hell they want. But as long as Kylo is able to knock back the rest of the team, maybe they won't be able to capitalize on it as much. And we know VGR mechanically are great in lane, so if they outlane them, they will out-sustain them, they will out-damage them, and they'll be able to just control those ultimates constantly. It's all about warding for VGR at this point, I think. Keeping tabs on Exodus to make sure those ults don't come out of nowhere, because once they do, they will hit hard and fast, and you will not be able to control it. Good speed on Kassadin, good disengage on Riven, actually. She may have a hard time up against Kennen in the top lane. Conversely, maybe not. I say that just because of the range difference, but there are quite a lot of good gap closes for Riven, but that does leave her vulnerable in lane. Now, when we do get into game here, I'm going to be looking at everybody's armor and magic resist to make sure the armor magic resist bug doesn't hit off where somebody becomes ridiculously invulnerable with 1,000 of each. So that's what I'll be doing if you get really confused when I'm looking at everybody's stats. That's what's going on. Gonna be jumping into loading fun. I didn't actually release some of the spell covers, but there was some of the spells. I showed you there for a brief second. You're gonna see them in the loading screen anyway. Maybe it doesn't matter as much. I can still talk about them. Yeah, it's all good. Again, if you guys want any information on the scene, on other tournaments, on how to get involved in anything, or if you want tips on building a team, or I don't know, any way that I can help you in any kind of way. If you want a team to scrim, I can probably help you get a team. I usually help people that way. Just email me at theo@barcraft.net.nt. I'm just going to put it in the chat there. That's if you want some help or some information or anything about the scene. Or if you want me to cast something or want a duo cast or want some opportunity to help out anywhere. I don't know, just anything. Get in contact, have some fun. I'll see what I can do for you. Basically, I'm trying to gear everything that's going on with CoG, with everything I do, with just trying to build the scene. Doesn't matter where it goes, as long as people are building along the way, as long as teams are improving, as long as mechanics are getting better. And now with the Oceanic server coming up, that's going to be amazing. There's a lot of opportunities out there. Ooh, apparently Twitch is racist. doesn't hyperlink the .nz. Definitely. Thanks, Scania, for that heads up. So if you click on that link, it won't work. I don't know what's going on. Shout out to ranked team Retrex from Battle Axe Dog. What up, bro? How's it going? Any other shout outs? Anybody want me to do a shout out while the game is loading on people's Patostas? Just wondering. This is going to 10, by the way. This is the first game of 3 for the OPR that we always do, and how I always forget to go to in-game before it finishes loading. Let me just reposition everybody first. Ooh, it was support Fiddles, wasn't it? I'm very confused. Yeah, that's right. It was Jungler Amumu, Jungler Nocturne. Got the ADCs, Misfortune and Caitlyn. The two mids, Evelyn and Kassadin, and then we got the tops, Kennen and Riven. Everybody just going to be loading in on their on the UI. Let me just check what the chat's going on. 1 sec. Shadow is raining on the toilet. That's interesting. Okay. See, this is why I turn off chat when I get in games. Just yeah. Great fun though. Fun chat. Fun chat is fun. Let me see what everybody's starting out with. We're seeing a Doran's Blade bot lane for Ricey. And for Explosive, actually. What do you think for that? I do believe that gives Explosive a little bit of an edge over Caitlyn. Caitlyn does have good range, but the double up on Misfortune can be terrifying. And is what I would consider a little more, it's unpredictable, but it is a little bit more accurate. You can dodge out a Caitlyn's Piltover effectively. So maybe in that sense they won't be able to push as hard, but they do have Karloi on the case on Janna, which may be the support from the other day, who was just epic on Janna. I have a bad memory. I can't remember if it was. If you did watch the iPlay stream, let me know. Lovely voice there, Nocturne. That was beautiful. Nice and mechanical. Snow buff, just keeping an eye on the top lane there. Yes, it certainly is 13 seconds. 30. What am I talking about? Oh, that is loud. Loud for me. I don't know if it's loud for you guys. Oh yeah, in the mid lane, Green Sky is sitting here invisible. By the way, one of my favorite tactics, grabbing Teemo, going full attack speed runes, jumping straight mid, going invis with exhaust and ignite. And you have a lot of fun in the first couple of minutes of the game. You really do. Although sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes they're for some reason tanked up. I mean, who does that? Who even does that? They certainly have. Look at those minions. Thank you for that, commentator. Stealing my job. I think I can turn the commentator off. I haven't tried before. I'm still getting used to the everything again. Still getting used to operation again. Playing Teemo, shame for display. Very shameful display. Only do it when you're bored or psychotic. And as you guys can see, those jungle changes, everybody's still starting off on their buffs, not going to wolves first. Such a sad change. You can still do it. I saw somebody grab golems the other day pretty effectively. Late start in lane for Ricey. Oh, what was that? What was? Oh, had a question mark. Oh, right, it was just coming back up because he was helping that start off with X Shadow. Let me see what everyone else has started off with. We see Flasks going both down in the mid lane. So they're actually, hey, no, it's Kennen swapping with Kassadin. Sorry, Riven swapping with Kassadin, so it's going to be Riven in the mid lane dealing with Green Sky. Interesting maneuver there, of course. They want to get those close ranges against each other and not deal with the long range of Kennen against against the Riven, which is a very, very good thing indeed. And of course, Kassadin has the advantage over them. He can send his Null Sphere right over the top of those minions. And Kennen can't do the same, but it looks like he's pushing a bit more effectively. Good ward going down from Eve in the mid lane, but it won't be picking up a Nocturne anytime soon. Just checking out the ADC score difference. Yes, it's 13-8 currently, an advantage to Misfortune, but we may see the first kill going down here. No! Green Sky just getting out of there barely in time. Didn't even have a ward in that sector of the map, and knew she needed to back off. As soon as somebody starts getting a little bit too aggressive in lane, there's one of two options. Oh, sorry, one of three options, actually. They're very stupid. Ooh, flashing in there to throw down an ignite, but it's not able to capitalize on it. Sorry, it's not able to really finish her off. Mowgli will get pushed out of lane, but now Jibbers is going to come and take his place. Pressure off the other lanes from that maneuver, but... oh, she's actually staying in! Crazy little girl. Of course, no flash available now on Green Sky, and he's going to back off. He must be seeing that Riven's staying on here. Got to keep a level head in that mid lane. She did start out with longsword, or build into longsword. And yeah, it is that 80 start out for Kennen to keep control of that top lane. I do believe he thought he was going up against Riven. Oh my god, how did I miss that? Where did directed camera go? First blood actually went to Nocturne, taking out the delicious Green Sky. Let me go back and see that for you. Oh, he may just get Shadow as well here. He does manage to fear him under the turret, and a jump from Mowgli finishes him off. Oh, actually, it was that hook from Jibbers. It was that dastardly Shroud of Darkness picking up that kill. Sorry, I did miss that. Damn. What am I doing? I was busy controlling the camera. Don't make those mistakes. But it is 1-2. And they managed to pick up a kill on Jibbers in the mid lane after that. He stayed a bit too close to the minions. Very, very silly. Very, very silly. Oh no, I didn't miss that. I was just trying to point away from it because it was fairly embarrassing. That's kind of why. But hey, that did happen. And it's now pointed out, so it's gonna stray away from the fact that minions killed that guy. Good stuff of VGR there. 1-2 anyway, it is pretty good. But it is all going to explosive right now. The double up seems to be working effectively, but double Doran's blades coming in from Ricey now. And Boots are a little bit more agile, a little bit more deadly. Plus the range is still there, but she will level a bit slower. Yeah, Explosive's going to be staying in that lane. Farming up impressively 10 over right now. And yeah, so that was a perfect switch out. Mowgli is dealing with the mid lane very effectively. Snowpuff, I would say just as equally, but he's not playing with those minions as much as he should be to stay away from those shurikens. Oh, I love that skin. He just went for a little twirl there. Do that little ballerina twirl. Come on. That's what it was like. No? Oh, there it was. There it was. Before the directed camera took me away. I would attribute that whole lane fail for Icy completely to the fact that that they've got a Fiddles down there. He'll be fearing her out constantly. Oh, barely denies the beat. But she'll be being feared out constantly. That's probably why those bad minion counters just like it is. And that stun is going up from Mowgli, but behind X's Shadow is coming in. Oh, she did not chase him down to get the turret, and it looks like she will survive. Just a miss on that bandage toss. In comes Jibbers. Will he be able to get the fear off? Oh, that stun did go off. Yes, the kill does go to Mowgli in the mid lane. Sitting 1-0-1 right now, and the ult from Jibbers picking up a second kill. So VGR are killing it in the mid lane this game. Just a bit unfortunate for that gank. Counter gank coming out from VGR, taking it away. 2-0 exchange. And the bot lane is starting to push a little bit heavier. Now Explosive has come back with a double Dorans of her own.
Your team's turret has been destroyed.
Definitely Skynet got to shut down Eve early. Plain and simple, as he says. Indeed, if she gets powerful, that ultimate just attacks team fights head on. And as we've seen, they've got a pretty ultimate-centric team fight. Pretty AP-centric team fight from Exodus. Nice little jungle steal from NZ Stealth there. Again, that don't be fooled, that is not Jibbers, that is NZ Stealth. And we do have somebody trying to moonlight as Slater, but their name is actually Sayeda. Don't fall for it! Don't fall for the oceanic stuff. We'll get back into the role of it. You know, in a couple of months, we'll all know who's who. I think he's just using the Jibbers account because he doesn't want to transfer his main just yet. That's probably why. Or he was just stealing names and being a douche. Apparently that's happening quite a lot. I transferred right away because I did not want that issue. Oh, and they cut the gang. Snow buff. Jibbers managed to get the fear off, but Snow buff initiated on that. Oh, that speed up from Kinnan though. Gonna save him just barely. I thought they had that for a second there, but the fear wasn't enough, and they went out to put out enough damage. Very good escape. They didn't really let him push enough before they made that jump. Not sure if they could have waited for it though. That was the best opportunity. Now they push him out of lane, they can push that turret. And VGR have control of Dragon. Sorry, they don't. It's actually Exodus. What am I talking about? Can't keep track of anything. But yes, Exodus have managed to grab Dragon, making it just a 2k advantage, which isn't too bad, but they have managed to push that top, mid, and bot lane pretty effectively. Fear goes up on Karloi, forcing the flash, but Raishi is happy to stay in and try and take out. Oh, Explosive doesn't manage to block the shot. Raishi's ult takes him out. But conversely, the ult from Explosive goes straight on to Karloi, finishes him off. It's the ADC versus ADC. The barriers come out. I think Explosives may just be down. Yes, it is. He flashes in, gets the last hit off. Explosive gets the kill. There's that difference starting out with Misfortune and that double up and just advancing from there. She's now 2-0, still up in minion farm and will go up even further. But hey, would you look at that? It's coming in for a gank from Mowgli, and she may just find out the water's there. They know what's going on. Is the flash up for Mowgli? Yes, it certainly is. She's going to use it. The key strike does not manage to get the stun. She follows up, gets the ult off, and the ignite. That's going to be an easy kill. I thought she had fluffed it after that stun went down, but she managed to follow up. Very, very good. Let me see how Tier's going up. It's 104 sitting on Kassadin. Oh, and Mowgli may just be in a little bit of trouble here. Let me see if the bandage toss. It does land. It's a very dead Mowgli. Kill going to Green Sky. And Green Sky's actually only down 2 deaths. I mean, that's decent and significant. She's not down that much in CS, although she hasn't been roaming as much. But they haven't completely destroyed her in the early game. They just sort of knocked her around a bit. Those two there. She's actually going straight for Azonia's, it looks like. She's picked up that early Seekers. Could easily go either way though. Azonia's isn't necessarily a first item coming out for an Eve. You'd probably get that on the Fiddles and the Kinnan. Although again, you know, Fiddles is support if he goes Zonya's. I think it's effective. He should be picking up Cage's pick anytime soon now. But he may leave it till just a little bit later. He's focusing on his versatility rather than his damage in the lane, which hasn't been going too bad for him. Coming into 4-6 now. Gold advantage is only 1.6k to VGR, so it looks like Exodus have been catching up. They certainly have those coordinated kills in the bot lane. Explosive doing very well to stay up as an ADC, especially against Ricey. So look at that, just straight over the minion line. Snowpuff can be as aggressive as he wants. Where are the positions going now, though? It looks like Mowgli is coming up from behind for a gank at the top lane. The ward has spotted her out, though, and One Drop is just leaving it completely. He's not even trying to bait her out or get a little bit of turret damage. He's straight up getting out of there. But that ward is not going to last long. Does he have another one in his pack? He certainly doesn't. All the action happening down mid, though. Nah, it's pretty much a farm fest. Still just 1k away, but we do have the Lizard buff already out. Sorry, the Spirit of the Lizard Elder already out for Jibbers. And I just turned all of the Fog of War off so you can see the pretty map. Oh, it was so pretty. Ooh, here goes the knock up. And the ultimate coming up. Jibbers plus Explosive, but he was isolated a bit there. That damage will land on him, but there's more coming in from Exodus than there is in Color. We're trying to keep them away with the Monsoon. Doesn't quite work out, though, as Green Sky is on the hunt. They managed to pick up Janna as well for the ADC. They didn't move in on that turret, though. They are gonna take it down. Surprised they didn't try to run after Jibbers. He was staying in there for a little bit too long, and I feel like a stun could have come out from Shadow or a fear from Steel Aids. Damn it, they will back out. They're not gonna give Jibbers an opportunity to jump back in.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And there's another turret going down while backdoor Riven makes it work. She just saw that opportunity down at the bot lane. Everyone is there. Whoa! Suddenly my sound went crazy because I pushed it up on my mic. I do need my mic. That was horrible. That was very scary. And Red did not taking me to the action again. But hey, would you look at that Snowpuff getting a double kill down in the bot lane. Actually, following up with a triple on a Jibbers. That was pretty crazy. Again, something I missed. But another example of how VGR are just using the position of Exodus to their advantage consistently. Mowgli again doing a bit of backdooring in the mid lane. And then they came up for a couple of ganks. And that's what I was saying at the beginning of the game. Snowpuff and Jibbers on Kassadin and Nocturne, they've got a great amount of mobility. And everyone down there from Exodus was really low. There were a bunch of them, but they were really low. Their ultimates were down, and they were just out of position that way. I don't think they had any wards down for it either. No, they didn't. They had no sight on that. Not at all. It's a bit of a slow build for that Caitlyn now. That ultimate won't be following up. I feel like, I don't know, both of these teams have taken quite hard-hitting compositions. They haven't focused on tankiness. They've focused a lot of mobility and utility. Still, I'm interested to see if Exodus can get off the perfect team fight. If all of those ultimates hit at the same time, it'll be devastating for VGR. That's basically what I'm waiting for. Everyone to press R. And yes, Kennen does, he's starting out with AD, then going hybrid, focusing on getting that needlessly large rod, building into an hourglass. But it's not going to be an early hourglass or a cage's pick for Steel 8. Still pretty surprised about that.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
In goes Mowgli. Did find a stray red buff getting taken. And there's the ultimate as well. Didn't get blocked off, so Mowgli's going to be able to pick up that kill. Good shot from Ricey. Headshot easy. What is it doing? Ace in the hole, sitting at 300 down, just above 300 damage. And now that red buff will belong to them. Green Sky was trying to pick it up a bit secretly. Didn't quite make it because of that ward picking her out there. And now Dragon is back up, and it's in VGR's court this time. No sight currently from Exodus, but I think they can guess just a little bit what's going on. Yeah, Steel Ace is putting down that ward to get sight. There's no chance for them to take that away. VGR pushed them back too much, and they're a bit too hard hitting right now. Taking out that dragon very, very quickly. What else is going in terms of items? Says we do have a Moo finally getting out of Spirit of the Ancient Golem. Finally changing that Spirit Stone into something useful. It's going to be an early Rabadon's coming out actually for Kassadin. Getting very aggressive. They're quite confident with this, but they have managed to get the Runic Bulwark early, like I said, for that early magic resist. Maybe that's enough to mitigate team fights. I don't know. Still surprised that we haven't seen, that we're not actually seeing an Abyssal Scepter coming out earlier from Kassadin. Or indeed a Banshee Veil getting started out. To be honest, I don't think there's anything that Exodus can do to a couple of Banshees. But have fun while you can. That's all I can say. 6-10, they're not out of the game yet. Only a 4K advantage. Although all of their... Sorry. 3 of their outer turrets going down. In terms of map control, it's pretty slim either way. Those turrets are down for VGR, but warding is just not as much. And again, they're doing that quad bot lane to take down that turret. Getting it while they can. Bloodthirster being thrown out early from Riven. Again, they're building very, very aggressively. They're just focusing on those levels, that CS advantage. They don't want to tank up at all. They're using gibbers as an excuse. And now it's a little bit Exodus teaming up. Here we might be seeing the team fights coming into play. Although it's a bit harder for green side. Sorry, green sky, I would say. Mowgli is actually playing with the entire of the team. Jib is coming in to help out with the ultimate, but Mowgli's going to get focused down very, very quickly. That was a very interesting decision. I'm sure she saw 4 of them, and Jibba's reacted in kind as well, but no one was there to help them out. Just gonna throw Riven at the enemy then. And she actually went for cooldown boots as well. Nobody just yet picking up the Merc Treads. I have a feeling Steal AIDS is in a bit of trouble. Actually, no, he was just taking out those minions. Never mind. He just looked low and looked dangerous. VGR going to follow exactly what Exodus were doing. Just team up, take down turrets. That's where it's at. And this turret stands absolutely no chance. I believe Exodus's ult, Shadow's ult was down from that fight. Purely from trying to take out Mowgli. They wanted that kill. Exodus now warding in the right places in their jungle. Oh, and Snowpuff's found a little bit of a friend, but that's no Zhonya sitting on him just yet. He's going to get taken down very quickly. His ultimate was still up, but he didn't try and use it to get away, nor did he flash. I think he was just not aware of how many people were around him. Now it's sort of a sandwich from VGR coming in here, but they weren't able to sustain it. Exodus Shadow's ultimate is still down, but he's following with those tears. A kill comes from Snowpuff going in the rear, if you know what I mean. But Rice Cakes is actually... Oh, no, that wasn't Rice he fucking now. It's all Snowpuff at the moment. All Snowpuff assassinating everyone. Jesus Christ, he's sitting 5-0 now. He's stealing everything from everyone. Mowgli noticed that flash from Exodus Shadow. Yeah, it's a slaughter fest. None of those ultimates were up for Exodus, and they went in there just very, I don't know, they're a little bit haphazard. There's the Zhonya's Hourglass sitting on Evelyn, but to be honest, when Evelyn puts down a Zhonya's, what more can she do? That ultimate is the one-hit wonder. Got to get that up on Kennen as quickly as possible. He's got the Seekers. He's got the large rod, and it's still pure aggression coming out from VGR. Look at that. When Riven went down, she picked up a Doran's Blade and a longsword. Maybe thinking of building into whoa, Ricey actually getting jumped away. Green Sky, double flashes going out. No speed up available again for Green Sky. Now she's in the middle of minions. She's gonna get knocked up. No! She uses the Zhonya's. Isn't gonna be enough to save her. Ultimate not going down for Steal AIDS. He did not throw that in there. Nobody was behind him there. I mean, I think Exodus was pretty close. And Steal was even closer, but he didn't channel that ultimate. He didn't see if he could get it out, and that's probably why he's very dead. But the team not converging. What is going on? Exodus just team up, throw out those ultimates, and see what you can get. VGR playing this very, very smart. To be honest, they pincer attacked right there, and Exodus Shadow trying to keep that turret alive. Not going to work. It's now 3v5. They keep going in despite the very, very obvious advantage, and we do have that Zhonya's from Omega, but it's another very, very wasted Zhonya's. Yeah, it's a kill fest for VGR. Exodus, team up, and maybe you've got a chance. But look how low VGR right there. VGR are. That was horrible. Right there. Steal AIDS, one ultimate from you, and that could have made the difference. One ultimate. But a lot of this is to do with VGR's positioning right now. The only thing I can offer for Exodus is if we see more wards, maybe they'll be able to time those ultimates a bit more effectively. It's just VGR messing around with them. Exodus, to be honest, they're the only little thing that's going on is they don't have enough sight to continue moving forward. But VGR are very slippery. That's the only thing. They are moving forward with the knowledge that VGR are in certain positions, but Snowpuff can jump over walls, Jibbers can ult, and Ricey, you know, that pretty distance ult is very effective as well. And Mowgli has 3 gap closes. Sorry, 2. Technically 3 with the flash, if you think about it. So there's just a lot of mobility on VGR to deal with Exodus right now. Kyloi completely denying sight, the one thing that Exodus needs to pull off a great combo. Oh, and they are getting a little bit stretched in this mid lane. In comes VGR. They kept sight and tabs on everyone. And now they're moving into the kill. The ADC is now down. Oh, is he going to get stopped? That auto attack from Rice. He does manage to get him. There's the key strike. And Snowpuff picked up the other straggler at the exact same time. A lot of this is just very, very unfortunate positioning and timing. VGR are great at chasing up with this kind of composition, at chasing down targets. What is the response from Exodus going to be now? And yes, I do agree, the chat's just everybody yelling out there, wards win games, but if you have noticed, Carlo has been going around, they know exactly where the wards are being placed because they know exactly where the wards are being needed by Exodus. And she's just denying sight all over the place. That is the big problem with Exodus right now. It's not necessarily the positioning, not necessarily what's going on in the game, but the fact that Carlo is denying that sight. It's just a reactionary thing from VGR. Now that a Baron is going down, we could see the end of the game. They don't have sight on this either. Of course, Carlo is sitting there with that elixir. With that oracles. They're guessing it though. It looks like they may just be going in, but sight has definitely grabbed them. And Steel Aid's actually standing on the trap as well. Baron has not gone down. They weren't good. Oh, here we go. Triple ultimates going down, but it wasn't able to hit anyone on VGR. They were able to disengage very quickly. Carloy threw out the ultimate, kept all of them away. But it's a good little sandwich going down by VGR. They managed to follow up on that fight perfectly. The Zhonya's did go down. Snowpuff just doing it, I think, for fun there. Damn, that was just a very good reaction. You know, it was good ultimate timing coming out from Exodus, but having Carloy in that position just saved them so quickly, so damn quickly, and they split up as soon as they saw them. That was all to do with sight. All of its sight wards. Every little bit. China completely saved that fight. This is what you guys do with Monsoon. All of you people out there who are sitting there going, I don't know about Jana. She kind of ruins team fights. Right there. That's what you need. 8:27 in the game right now. Looking pretty damn grim for Exodus. They still have the ultimate advantage. And to be honest, if they farm up and let the game continue, their combo can still do quite a bit of damage to VGR if they don't pick up a bunch of Banshees, which they're not doing. They're focusing on pure damage. Still damage coming out from Ribbon, still damage coming out, well, of course they're ADC, you never, yeah, why not? It's a bit of tankiness coming out from Jibbers, but that's really their only tankiness source apart from the Zhonyas from Kassadin.
Red team has slain the dragon.
For focus right now, VGR must really be wanting to jump on Evelyn right at the beginning of that fight. That ultimate is still pretty effective, and she's decently farmed at 4-6 and 127, 128, and rising. Focus going down for Exodus at the moment. Again, warning, it's still not as effective because Carlo is, her elixir has run out. She could go back and grab another one. As long as they keep them in the dark, they're bound to be okay. But the more sight that comes up on Exodus, the more power that they're able to generate in the game. But it gets to a certain point. You're all definitely right. Yep, VGR just traveling as a team. That's all they need to do to keep everything in check. But that is, in fact, you know, it's something that VGR are very good at, moving as a single unit. But in this case, against Exodus, oh, there goes that ult in. They're trying to get it perfectly off. They managed to get the fear on Mowgli, and they focus down Jibbers as well. There's a very good team fight for Exodus. Snowpuff throwing down. They might be able to get Kali. No, the ultimate does go down from it. The Monsoon manages to save, and 1 kill actually for VGR in exchange for 2. They're trying to chase it up, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. Snowpuff is going back in to get a kill for a kill. The chase is on, but again, the speed, the disengage, all of that is in VGR's favor consistently, and they were able to get away with 2. So it was a 3 for 2 exchange. You can still get those perfect team fights from Exodus. They can still do that. They can still do that. But they just need that perfect opportunity. That wasn't even a great opportunity for them, to be honest. They got that ultimate off from ICL8s, and they managed to burst down 2 of VGR very quickly. And Kaloi's ultimate was it was the placement of VGR that they managed to get them out. They weren't all grouped up like they wanted the damage, but if they were all grouped up, Kaloi would have just been like, nope, and split everyone apart. That's just what happens. But seeing as they managed to get Kaloi on the outliers of the fight, that, you know, that ultimate did nothing, next to nothing. A little bit funny how Snowpuff sort of just ran around there. I just sitting there. I could get away if I wanted to. I'm going to jump back in, get myself another kill, sacrifice myself for the rest of the team. I think that may be what he was going for, just trying to outlive. Sorry, I'm trying to get his team to outlive them by letting them escape. But he didn't last long when he jumped back in. Not too long at all. So it is double Zhonya's now on Exodus. I'm hoping for the triple. You know, if Fiddles had gone a little bit earlier for the Cages pick and managed, if he had right now with Zhonya's Hourglass, it'd be much harder for Kaloi to get away, because that's how you're going. That's how they're sort of reacting to Kaloi's ultimate. They're all getting Hourglasses, and that's going to really help them. If you get a Fiddles and a Kennen and an even there with Hourglasses, their ultimates will go off flawlessly as long as the location is correct. And VGR, they still know that the threat is imminent. ICL8s has got his ultimate back up just now. All it is positioning. And that's a bit of a good, you know, if maybe that's what Exodus was going for as well. I feel like they were pretty confident coming into this match. They told me themselves they've been fighting a couple of Aussie teams and feeling quite confident, doing quite well. Coming into this match, maybe they wanted to focus on, instead of knowing that they may mechanically not go up against the lanes with VGR, they can focus on those team fights and on really staying alive throughout the late game. Regardless of what happened, ICLA is going for the ultimate down, managed to get knocked up by Jana. Good disengage by VGR. Oh, Green Sky's been forced to pop out the ultimate. And the initiate goes on from Excess Shadow. Flashes in, you get an ultimate off. And a good ultimate as well in exchange from Explosive. But there's Carlo's ultimate in return. Pushing Drop Maya away from the fight. It is 1 for 1 at the moment. And the focus is on Drop Maya. Jibbers has managed to isolate the rest of Exodus away from their team. It's a 2 for 1. And VGR are again back on top. So while the ADC is down, they may just have to back out on this one. They're very, very low. That's what all that AoE is able to accomplish in a team fight. That's what Exodus have been doing. You know, they managed to target Rice. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Probably was. Going in there, they managed to get her down. But in doing so, they managed to get all the AoE to push Carlo and Jibbers out as well, and force the rest of VGR out. They just couldn't stay in there. Not with the continuous damage output from Eve, especially. And Explosive got off a perfect ultimate as well. So once Shadow had got off, that was a good curse of the sad bullet time. Rom nom nom. Now Shadow's going to be following up with a runic bulwark of his own. Once that comes out, they're gonna stand a pretty good chance. That just adds a lot of magic resist, a lot of armor to the team. You may think it's not much, but every little bit counts. And when it's a little bit on everyone, it really does count. And come to think about it, I'm just going to check everyone here to see that the bug hasn't occurred. The magic resist and armor bug doesn't look like it. Nah, we seem sweet in the game. I didn't do that at the beginning. Maybe I'm a little bit subject to my own things. Oh, so they are going to go for another Baron. Sorry, not another one. They didn't finish off the last one, but they are going to get this one. There's no reaction from Exodus. They can't. They weren't able to get out. They weren't able to roam on their own and get that ward out. They do have one here, so they probably know that it's going on. Now that that Baron is down, they will be able to see it on Snowpuff if he does get close enough. If they fend off this next attack, I'm going to be absolutely mystified. That's going to have to be one hell of a timed ultimate fight. Alright, let's see what goes. So we get the initiate from Steel. He manages to grab Gibbons and Kylo as well, just a little bit. That ultimate may go out from her now. No, she's saving it for last, and they do manage to grab, Evelyn manages to grab the ADC. A follow-up onto Kennan's death there, with Snowpuff just moving around the fight like he does with his ultimate, and continuing up that way. It's actually pure brute force coming out from VGR now. It wasn't the best catch off for Exodus, but it was the best they can do, considering the situation. Oh, great flash from Snowpuff. That was just beautiful. Look, he just went there. That was cool. Very stylish, very sleek. Okay. But good, valiant effort and a decent strategy, honestly, to combat everything from Exodus. But it's difficult to predict that Janna, and it's difficult to place against that Janna. Anyway, we will get into the second game very, very quickly. It's going to be Sanctus. Whoa! Okay, whoa! Okay, whoa! Sound, noise, everything. Double explosion. First double explosion on the Oceanic server for me. I feel happy.